Hello, this is ELB. Let's get back to work. Last time we made it so that we could transition from different lock-on targets just with a push of the right stick. We also modified the way in which animations work so that, or I should say the triggers of animations, to ensure that we are able to do, say, like a charge-up attack. So we basically choose what type of input as well as the button itself just through like a single thing in the code. So last we left off, we had some broken and, well, not totally broken, but we have some buggy animations. So right now everything looks fine as I'm swinging the sword, but that's only because I'm facing towards 0. If I face any other direction, oh look at that, that just looks totally not right. So, how can we fix that? Well, I thought on it and I don't think the answer is that complicated. I think all we really need to do is this. Hold on a moment. Minus argument 0 dot player aim direction. So that's all we need to do, I think. And then we just add this in 2 spots, which is weapon direction and weapon angle. Let's try it in both animations. And I think that'll fix it. I'm not 100% sure though. So we'll see. Okay, that looks fine. And it seems like I was pretty wrong. Okay. So we know at least why this is happening. Or at least we can make an educated guess. It at least appears to be because we're going off of a number that's already being modified a good amount by which direction we're facing, as well as another factor. At least for the weapon angle itself, the weapon angle is based upon where you're looking, and the weapon direction, and then finally the angle. So if we just do it based on image angle, then it's gonna be tagging along those other 2 numbers with it, which we don't want. We just want the image angle where it is, excluding the other factors. So trying to remove the player aim direction, I hoped was going to fix it, but it appears it did not. So finding that exact number is what we need to do. So let's see here. I am wondering if one of them was correct, though. I'm gonna give something a test real quick. There we go. Let's see how this looks real quick. Okay, that looks correct. What about facing another direction? Wow. I'm a little surprised that worked, to be honest. Nope. Didn't intend to do that. So, I just fixed this on a slight hunch, and I'm not entirely sure how that worked, to be honest. Well, actually, the intended hold direction is a mix of the hold direction and the aim direction. So by not removing it here from the weapon angle, which is a mix of the intended hold direction and which is already removing the intended hold direction, that already removes the raw hold direction and the aim direction. So that works. Alright. So let's get rid of that. And then let's add this where it belongs. There we go. It's not broken anymore. That's a good thing. And that timing still feels pretty good. Alright. So I'm going to take a quick look at that spin attack that we created yesterday. And it should be functioning correctly as well. We also should be able to just charge it up fully and it'll, yep, automatically spin. Okay. That feels good. Question becomes, what would I like to work on next? Well, first off, let's get back into the player and make it so that we're not doing that the spin attack. I'm also going to go into the combos and remove that samurai attack. So my current plan is to try to add on to these combos, see if we can't get a bit more diversity in there, and get something that looks cool. So we have SCR attack, sword, 3 combo. Okay, we got all that. Now we just need to know where the last one ended and why is there so much more? Oh, of course. I'm not thinking straight. So let's see, of course, this first part in the animation will only be 2 steps to keep with the others so that we have the same timing with all the attacks. So for the sword direction, let's go with, let's see, it'll be between 96 and 80. So let's go up to 100, because why not? Having the sword angle at 10, so that it'll be tilted back just a bit before this next swing. We had the whole distance going down to 6 for the recovery of the last one, so let's at least start there. And as usual, we're going to move the player just a slight bit. We're not going to allow the player to dodge. But we do need to allow the player to turn and aim. And since we're swinging the sword in wait, we're swinging clockwise? Oh, we are swinging clockwise. Huh. In any case, we're swinging clockwise, so we'll keep this at 1. And that is the first part of this animation. Okay. So let's see, the next part is supposed to be 10 steps. Now we just gotta put the start of this part of the animation at the end of the other. So 110 and 6. So let's make this a nice wide strike. So it'll be 100. Let's have the actual angle of the sword come out to 0, so it'll be a bit straighter at the end. And we're pushing our hold distance out to 8. Need to look at the last one in the combo again. Oh, it wasn't 10, it was 8 for the timing. So 8 steps. So we're disallowing turning. We're disallowing dodging. Oh, had I not disallowed dodging? The last one? I do need to disallow dodging for that. Okay. And then of course it's damaging, so we're turning this one to true. We're still going in the correct direction. So let's see, let's have the player move those 5 steps as normal. And we can just steal the easing from the last attack. Okay. So then we copy this over for the next part in the animation. Of course, this has to be 30. Let's see, so this is the recovery for this one. So it's getting to negative 100. Let's bring it into just 90, should be fine. Let's see the weapon angle. It'll be at 0, so it can stay at 0. Let's swap these, so the weapon's going to be coming in just a little bit with the distance. And we're only moving a tiny bit. Let's make these linear, because we don't need to have any fancy easing for the recovery. We're disallowing aiming. We're disallowing moving. We're not disallowing dodging, so that we can dodge cancel out of the recovery. And of course we're not damaging. And Alright. We have an animation. So I'm going to replace this with -1. And I'm going to replace this with -1. What was this? True if there is, false if there's. If we should do an attack at the end of the animation, whether or not there is any input at all. True if there is, false if there is not. So false since there's not going to be an attack. We'll leave that at -1. Or, no, let's just make that 5 and that should be fine. So that we're not going to be ending this animation early. So right now, what this is going to look like is this is going to look like the thing that I have bashed in the past, which would be a combo that ends. I don't like combos that ends. It feels awkward and weird. In reality, I can just keep on swinging a sword, so why does it need to end like that? So, oh. Oh, I completely forgot to fix that. To make number 2 actually go into number 3. Okay. The heck was that? Why are you doing that? Oh. There we go. That's why I was going all the way back across, as if it was another swing. Alright. I quite like that. Although the attacks aren't actually getting faster, they feel like they're kind of getting faster. I'm gonna have to get going here in a moment. Last thing I'm gonna do is switch the sword back to a katana, just for fun, and see how it looks. The only way you can do things in how it currently is, well, how to explain this? The only way you can smoothly move about and not have to wait for the animation to end, that really long animation, is to dodge cancel out of it. Which is, oh boy, what just happened? That is not what I want. Oh my goodness. What the heck did I do? Okay, well, that is definitely a bug. And that is something I'm going to have to look into next time. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.